This is one of my favorite elephants in the room to address. At the time of my diagnosis, I had lost 25 pounds. Sweet, I know. Since I was diagnosed with HIV and AIDS and started on meds, I've gained all that weight back. Boo. My viral load is undetectable, but my CD4 count is still quite low. And honestly, after 2 years on the HIV meds, I continue to struggle physically. There are just some symptoms that the doctors and I haven't figured out. We don't know if they're opportunistic infections creeping in or if this is the best my life is going to be. Frankly, I'm not happy with either of those conclusions. You cannot tell if someone has HIV by just looking at them. A person infected with HIV may look healthy and feel good, but they can still pass the virus on to another person if they're not on HIV meds because they're undiagnosed. An HIV test is the only way a person can find out if he or she is infected with HIV. As a woman with HIV and AIDS, I know the stigma of the virus is great. 23% of all people with HIV are women. Since the divorce, my anxiety has improved immensely, and I sleep better at night than I have in decades. And yet, I have days where all I can do is sit and rest. I have to manage my energy so I could work and find meaning in my life. I have a friend who has survived breast cancer, but the medication to prevent a recurrence is debilitating. Yet she hears this phrase a lot: you don't look like you're sick. How about we don't judge what we can't see on the inside? What if we showed grace and compassion for what we don't understand? What about serving those of us who are sick by sending a meal, a card, or a message? When I was first diagnosed, my friends and loved ones sent me worship songs and scriptures to keep me moving forward through the very worst days of my life. They were God's hands and feet, and I will never forget their kindness. What if we became the kind of person who asks our friends, "How are you really?" I know one of my greatest gifts is the ability to sit with others that are in great pain without judgment. Don't try to fix your sick friend. Allow them to be angry and frightened. Hold their hand and reassure them of your love and commitment. HIV has tried its best to isolate me and make me feel broken. I refuse to take up that mantle, but instead I'm fighting for all of those with invisible illnesses like me and need a voice. I may not look sick, but I am. As always, I'm sending hope and much love to you.